In 2001, a good friend of mine, Paul Cook, and his wife, Carolyn Cook, asked us to go to Haiti to help a bishop, a Mormon bishop there, build an orphanage. He was living in a small little home, 400 square feet, had 40 orphans at the time, his wife, his mother-in-law, and 3 children at that time. Marty Gesno was his name. And they were living in 400 square feet with a small yard that was maybe 800 square feet, an outhouse, one outhouse for all those children and adults. And they were cooking in a little charcoal stove on the ground and needed an orphanage. And so we went over to build them an orphanage. We were there one time when a bundle came flying over the 8-foot wall that encompassed their little home there, and boom, right on the little playground. And we went over and unwrapped it, and there was a little boy. And we ran out the door looking and couldn't find who the mother was. The streets were crowded, couldn't see anybody looking back, and that was an example of how he got children, and they just kept coming and kept coming. He eventually built up to 250 orphans. Right now he has about 125. He adopts many of them out. Well, we went over anticipating just one trip. We took 28 people, and we spent 2 weeks there. We started by building over 1,700 lineal feet of wall, 8-foot tall wall. It was just going to be a one-time trip, and we hoped others would come and be involved. But Paul and Carolyn Cook asked me if I'd be the president of the foundation, and the bug was there. And as a result of that seed, from individuals that have gone off and started their own orphanages and continued, we know there's been over 1,200 orphans adopted, about 500 of them in Europe, France and Germany mostly, and then about 700 of them in the United States and Canada. Our mission is primarily to bless orphans' lives, help them get out of that rut that creates more orphans, to get them educated, to help them become healthy and strong mentally and physically, emotionally, so that they can go off into society and marry and get good jobs and stop this terrible cycle that has happened out there. Orphans breed other orphans, and it's a challenge. We know we change lives, not only the orphans' lives, to make things more beautiful and joyful for them, but volunteers. I'm firmly convinced that one of the most important things we do in this life is learn how to bless others by developing our talents, our intelligence, our abilities to go out and give and bless others. And so we try to do that as a foundation. We try to provide a program that enables families and individuals to come and share their talents and learn how to love and give and bless, so that those that they're giving to will turn around and bless others and give to others.